What's up, everybody? We're back following another poor NFL week, week 2. But it's all right. We're looking forward to week 3. Hopefully, it'll be better. But let's get into it. There's some crazy stuff that went down this week, man.
Yeah, there were lots of injuries. R.I.P. Nick Chubb. I'm sorry for y'all that went out and got him and had high hopes, and he bit the dust.
He was doing it too, man.
He was getting his receiving yards. He was getting his rushing yards and doing exactly what we were hoping for. And, man, he just unlucky.
What a shame.
Yeah.
Truly. But, I mean, I guess with that being said, let's just go ahead and talk about the Browns first.
Let's do it. Let's jump down to that game. Browns versus Steelers. Honestly, I was surprised. I expected the Browns to come out with a little more fire this week and take down Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh looked kind of weak week 1. So
yeah, they looked awful.
Like they don't have Cam Hayward on that defensive line. I figured that was going to be a big impact, and
it was at first, and then Nick Chubb got hurt.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, Jerome Ford still had
had a good
really
game,
good carries,
but
yeah.
It just didn't make enough of an impact to let the Browns win the game.
Yeah,
so
I mean, I think I said Browns are going to win by 4. Steelers won by 4.
Yeah.
It was truly like, I mean, TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith took over that game.
Yeah, 2 defensive touchdowns is hard to overcome.
Yeah. Those guys were insane.
Yes.
They're both on our guy behind the cameras team. That's too much, dude.
Yeah.
You can't have both of those guys on one team, even though they are on one team in real life, too.
Right. The same week, too.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Steelers look decent. Jaylen Warren looked really good.
Yeah, he looks like he's going to be a very solid PPR guy. He also looks like the better back right now. Najee is, I don't know, he looks slow and burnt, and I accredit that to the lack of usage last year. You know, they weren't using him enough, and that slowed him down. Najee's the kind of guy that needs to feed off of lots of carries, lots of touches, just like Derrick Henry. You know, Derrick Henry feeds off of a lot of touches. You can't give Derrick Henry 12 to 15 touches and expect something to happen. You need to give him more like 20 to 30, you know, and then that's when Derrick Henry really grinds the defense down and starts making an impact.
Yeah, no, you're right about that. So, I mean, you're 100% right. Every time we've seen Najee be good, it's been when he has a ton of volume.
Yep.
And I didn't remember exactly how many carries he had, but it was right around 10, which
not good.
No, that's you can't expect a guy that plays like him to do anything in 10 carries.
No, not at all.
It's added momentum of him beating down the defense over and over again until they just don't want to tackle him anymore. And that's when he breaks out.
Yeah.
You don't do that in 10 touches.
No, not a ground and pound type of guy. It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But yeah,
the Browns though. So they just got Kareem Hunt.
It's good for them going forward. A guy with a lot of experience in the offense. So you can take some of that ease off or some of the work off of Jerome Ford. Ease the work a little bit.
Yeah.
So that could be good for the Browns. Makes that backfield situation a little bit murky because they paid Kareem Hunt a decent amount of money to come back. So, I mean, I don't really want anybody in the backfield, honestly, at the moment. I want to see how it plays out. They're both good waiver pickups and guys to have on the bottom of your squad, but yeah.
Man, I think Jerome Ford's going to be fine, really.
Yeah.
I just think Kareem's going to come in and basically take the same role that he's had since he's been in Brown. And Jerome Ford's basically going to be what Nick Chubb was.
Yeah. Kareem getting that annoying somewhere between 6 and 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Kareem will eat touchdowns. There he is, right behind your head on the wall. Kareem.
He likes to eat those receiving touchdowns, too.
Yeah, he does.
Within the 10-yard line, and that man's a vulture.
I love Kareem.
But
I'm happy he's back.
Yeah, it's good for the Browns. Good for Kareem.
Yeah, we'll see if Deshaun Watson can get his stuff together now.
He looks like garbage.
He really does. Week 1, it wasn't like he looked great, but like I was encouraged that they won the game, and
it didn't look it didn't look bad.
Exactly. This looked not good
Awful.
at all.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. He might not. That might end up being one of the worst trades ever.
Maybe.
And contracts.
Yeah. He might be a bottom 5 quarterback now. Statistically, that's how he's been playing.
Yeah. I mean, and the Browns paid him all that guaranteed, gave up all their stuff to get him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I hope he pays off, and I hope he ends up being as good as he was again.
Mm-hmm.
But that would end up being such a Browns move if he just busts.
Hey, yeah. The Browns are the Browns, man. QBs that go to the Browns go there to die.
Yeah, pretty much. That's a true quarterback carousel.
For sure.
For like 30 years. Since, what was it? When did they start up again? Because, they were the Browns, they became the Ravens, and then they weren't a team for several years. It's like 99 when the Browns came back to the NFL.
I can't remember. I just watched the documentary the other day.
Really?
Can't remember. Yeah.
I think it was late 90s, but regardless, like they haven't had a good quarterback since that time.
Yeah.
Since they were an expansion team, technically.
Man, the Browns stink. Steelers aren't that much better right now, but at least they won the game.
And at least they have a bunch of young people that have high potential.
Yep.
And the defense showed life.
For sure.
Yeah.
Pat Freiermuth is a tight end. Or not a tight end. A linebacker, too. Based on his stats from last week. Man had a forced fumble, tackle.
Yeah, right. Hey, guys, that's another great benefit of IDP. Your offensive players can get you defensive points, too.
Yep.
All right, well, let's keep it in the the AFC North. Ravens-Bengals, another divisional matchup.
Yeah, another very underwhelming game, in my opinion.
Same.
I expected more of a shootout. People, that's 51 points, but that's an underwhelming 51 points. And people are expecting so much more out of the Bengals. I'm expecting so much more out of the Bengals.
Shit, and the Ravens, too.
Yeah.
Honestly. And with as bad as the Bengals played, I'm surprised the Ravens didn't win by a lot more than they did.
Yeah. I mean, the Ravens, Lamar is just looking like Lamar. He's not looking like what they told us he was going to be, They told us he was going to be throwing the ball a lot more and maybe catching some creation out of that. But I haven't seen any of that.
No, it's not like unimpressive or whatever. It's fine what they're doing, but it's not like what everyone seemed to be thinking it would be.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Yeah. Underwhelming. I mean, maybe it's just early in the season and people are still trying to figure it out, but
that's what I'm hoping for with a lot of these teams. There's a lot of teams.
It's been awfully boring so far.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
I expect, this is the NFL. These are the best football players in the world, supposedly being coached by the best coaches in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I expect them to, come out and, put on a show type thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're supposed to be the best football that you can watch. And, man, college has been better.
Yeah.
For 2 weeks. It really has been, except for Alabama, which we don't talk about that right now.
Poor Alabama.
But overall, college football's been more entertaining than the pros, for real. Dude, don't even look at me like that. I'm we're not about to talk about Bama.
Oh, why'd you have to bring it up?
Because
we're hurting. At least we got the win, but we'll let Nick Saban take care of the rest. It's not for us to talk about.
Yeah, we'll talk about it when we win the Natty next year.
Yep.
Next year. It ain't happening this year, unfortunately.
No, we still have one loss. I have hope. Our backup quarterback sucks.
The third string dude was all right because knowing that he's a true freshman, like made me feel a lot better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but still, Bama didn't put up any points.
No, the second string dude, Boocher, what I don't know what the fuck his name is, bro. That guy, and he had a weird. I don't know what the hell he was doing with his arm either. But yeah, no, like he's not it. I think they brought him over from Notre Dame with the new offensive coordinator.
Yeah, they did.
And
Tommy Rees sucks.
yeah, dude, like why are we bringing Notre Dame stuff to Alabama? Dude, we're not talking about Bama.
I know. All right, we're dropping it. All right, back to football. Ravens and Bengals let down.
Yeah, Joe Burrow
Bengals are
sucked.
let down. Joe Burrow stinks, and that also leads to the point that he might be out next week.
Yeah, one of our good friends who's a diehard Bengals fan is actually going to Cincy next weekend. Grant's going. He'll be there the same time.
I know. He texted me.
Yeah.
He was like, "Yo, what's up? Let me know what's up."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay."
But
It's sick, but it stinks that he's going for such a badass game where they're like putting Ocho Cinco into the Ring of Fame or whatever it is.
yeah, and I didn't realize he said it's 3 years old. Like their Ring of Honor's started 3 years ago because the Bengals are such a trash franchise.
Yeah, dude, they're trash. Their owner doesn't give a flying snot about football
No,
at all.
no.
He's just a businessman.
But yeah, so like he's going to the game. He's super hyped up. I think he said it's his first Bengals home game he's ever going to be able to go to. And they're going to be wearing those white jerseys with those white helmets.
Yeah.
Ring
That'll
of
be
Honor
sick.
game. And Joe Burrow's probably not going to play.
I hope Joe Burrow plays just for his sake, but I hope Joe Burrow doesn't play for
Everybody
his
else's sake.
Yeah, because the second Joe Burrow goes down for the season on a torn calf, which is probably what he's dealing with, honestly. They're just not saying anything about it. They need to be careful.
They need to be really careful.
Take it easy.
Like as a person that has Joe Burrow, that drafted Joe Burrow in the 4th round, I mean, yeah, like I kind of just want him to sit. Thank God I drafted Kirk Cousins on my bench.
Yeah.
I can't believe he's been on my bench for 2 weeks. That's changing.
I mean, I remember when Peyton came out of the gate doing something like this, they were talking about him being a little bit hurt. And he was like, oh, like, it's not much. But 4 weeks in, 5 weeks in, he's like, oh, yeah, by the way, my quad is torn. And it's like, no wonder you've been playing like shit, you know?
Yeah, and
Like, take care of it.
deal
Rehab
with it
yourself
and
for 10 weeks and then come back.
right in time for playoff push.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's what ended up happening. And it worked out. By the grace of God, Brock Osweiler went like 7-2. So
Brock Osweiler.
yeah.
Man, I don't know. Football, man. Ravens didn't impress me. Bengals didn't impress me. So
Nope.
what's that division look like? The Bengals are 0-2, Ravens are 2-0, and I believe the Browns and Steelers are each 1-1.
That's correct.
Not at all what I expected to start off.
Nope.
I think I had my season long pick'ems thing. I think I had Cincy starting off like 9-0 or something like that.
It looks like mine might be more accurate than we thought it was going to be.
We're gonna match it all up.
That'll be something crazy.
Yeah, let's see what it is at the end of the year.
You know what would be cool is if we actually took a median of both of our wins and losses totals and see what's right in the middle. So,
Yeah, no, let's do it.
yeah. All right.
Let's keep it in the AFC.
Yeah. Send it up to the top.
It's right
go-
here.
Yeah.
AFC South.
All right. Colts and Texans.
That was a good game, actually.
Yeah,
It's
man.
fun to watch.
Anthony Richardson is Cam Newton 2.0. It's that simple. Man is fast. He's got a nose for the end zone, and it's a shame that he came down with a concussion because that was going to be one hell of a game for him.
Yeah, but you know what though? He is fun to watch, but man, Gardner Minshew,
Yeah, hey, he stood in there and did his thing.
and I feel like he's better for Michael Pittman and any other Colts receiving type options if you were to have any of them on your team,
For sure.
and for the running backs too.
I agree.
He's like, if you have any other Colts players, I'd rather Gardner Minshew be the quarterback, honestly.
definitely. But they threw Anthony Richardson into the fire, and for his development, they got to stick with him.
Oh, no, 100%. I'm
So
not saying they should bench him,
yeah,
but Gardner Minshew should be a starter somewhere in this league.
yeah. With the way he looks,
On just like
he's fine.
he's like a bottom 12 starter.
Yeah, but with a good defense, he can do plenty.
Exactly. Exactly. Like a team that has all the pieces, no quarterback, they don't have the money for like a big quarterback or whatever. Just grab him, and then plan for getting a big quarterback down the road, and let us see.
Yeah,
I want to see that man like get a real job and
for
start.
real. Yeah, he's always been stripped of his opportunity, like right before he was gonna get it.
Pretty
So,
much.
yeah, it's a shame.
Um,
The Texans, they lost, but every week I'm a little bit more and more impressed by the Texans, the direction they're going, and the personnel that they've surrounded CJ Stroud with. It all looks good. They're missing a couple of things to take them to that next level. That's it.
Yeah,
And like 2 years down the road, the Texans are going to be really good.
I hope so. Like CJ Stroud I think he had 300 yards,
Yeah.
and all three of his receivers had great games.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, the Colts defense is nothing to write home about, but
Hey, they've got a few good guys on there. That linebacking core is nothing to mess with.
Shaq Leonard got me 3 tackles this week.
Hey, I think it was EJ Speed and Zaire Franklin that were going hard out there this week.
Yeah, Zaire Franklin did go hard this week.
Yeah, Zaire is hard.
Yeah, I don't know about either of these teams. I expect both of them to be pretty low. I'm not sure which one I expect to like have more wins on the year. I guess the Colts are better than people are thought. I mean, they played the Jags pretty tight for 3 quarters in week 1.
Mm-hmm.
And the Texans played a decent game, and the Colts came out on top. The Colts might end up with 6 or 7 wins somehow.
Yeah, I mean, they'll finagle a few out of there for sure, just because
they're playing a weak division.
Some people aren't going to be ready for the legs of Anthony Richardson, and that's going to throw some games off alone.
Yeah.
So if they're clicking with more than his legs, then that opens up a ton.
100%.
Yeah. I mean, that's really all I got to say on that game.
Yeah, I mean, well, Nico Collins and Robert Woods and Tank Dell, all of them guys. I mean, obviously Nico Collins is on rosters, but
yeah,
those are 2 people that if they didn't get picked up on your waiver wire last night, I would be very interested in grabbing those guys as soon as possible.
Just for perspective pickup, because it looks like they're going to be airing the ball out consistently.
Yeah.
With CJ Stroud, giving him a chance to prove what he can and can't do.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
All right, keeping it in the AFC South, the Jaguars got a 8-point beat down by the Kansas City Chiefs this week.
It was a mix of defense and shitty football.
Yep. More of it everywhere we look.
Yeah.
More shitty football and some good defense.
Somehow Sky Moore ended up with a touchdown again, playing like rear end. That entire receiving core is awful.
Yeah, it's just Travis Kelce, man.
Yeah. I mean, like, I like Rashee Rice. Like, he has some prospects, but everybody else, man, get him out of there. They should have signed D-Hop. That offense would have been insane.
I don't know why they didn't.
They didn't want to pay him.
I get it.
But at the same time, D-Hop should have been willing to take a little bit of a pay cut. And I'm sure he was. I'm sure he was taking a pay cut. He's not just going to, like, end everything, though, to go to the Chiefs.
Yeah. No.
In reality, the Chiefs ain't shit. They just got Mahomes and Andy Reid.
Yeah. I think the Chiefs are fine, though. Like, I mean, this showed that their defense is legit. Like,
yeah.
The Chiefs have a good defense.
The defense can win them games, which is what they need, especially right now.
Right now, yeah.
They don't have the offense flowing at max capacity.
Yeah, their offense is not like this is the worst I've seen their offense look literally since before that, like since before Alex Smith.
Yeah. Matt Castle.
Yeah, I haven't seen their offense look like this in a long time. So it's
Mm-hmm.
really good for them that their defense is looking like this because like we said, it's Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid. They'll figure out a way. They're going to turn it around.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about them in the long run at all. But I mean, look, they gave up 3 field goals to the Jags. That's awesome.
Yeah. Some good play.
Yeah, and the Jags offense is, it's pretty stacked, honestly.
Yeah, it's nothing to mess with. I think the Jaguars will get better when they get Cam Robinson back. Not having him on the left side is kind of a pain in the rear, especially for Trevor Lawrence. So I think this game for the Jags was more of the Chiefs really exploiting their weaknesses. And there were also a lot of shitty plays or shitty play calls in the game too. Like not doing anything to take the Chiefs down whatsoever. They were throwing a ton of long passes. And then if they weren't going for long passes when they needed to, they were throwing these stinky little dink and donks that weren't going anywhere.
Yeah. No, you're right, man. I don't know. Like it's just another game that I feel like we're not seeing what is reality with these football teams. It's kind of hard to, make full judgments. It's only been 2 weeks, but they don't look right.
Yeah.
These teams just don't look right.
The officiating for the game was kind of stinky too. They definitely took away a touchdown or two from the Jags.
Yeah, probably. I mean, Calvin Ridley was getting just
He got
held
hoed.
all over the place.
He got hoed on 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. I don't know. ETN didn't look that great.
He was hurting.
Yeah.
He was hurting. That was all.
Okay. I hope so.
Yeah. I'm not really stunting that. I'm sure the Chiefs had probably a pretty good game plan for him too.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, yeah. Travis Kelce is the only thing that was like actually positive in that game, in my opinion.
Definitely.
All right. Titans are the last team in the AFC South, and they came out with an overtime dub actually against the Chargers. I feel like that surprised a lot of people.
Like I said earlier in one of our other shows, the Titans were that team that people were kind of talking about that might be a surprise just because, like, they're stinky, but they know how to hang around in games and be annoying. And the defense is good. And I know this, like, high scoring stuff like this doesn't show it, but the defense is good.
Yeah, I mean, that's a Chargers offense.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert was out there slinging it. I mean, last year the Titans had the worst passing defense in the league, but the number 1 run defense. So, trade-offs, I guess. But they've clearly gotten a little bit better against the pass, and their rush defense looks just as good as it was last year, for real.
Oh, yeah. Jeffrey Simmons is a boss.
Hell yeah, he is. Huge, man, coming up the middle of that.
Yeah.
But the Chargers, this doesn't surprise me at all. I expect them to be good, and they are good, but they lose the games.
It's just classic Chargers. It's how it's been for the last 8 years. There hasn't been another team in the entire league that gets that close within 2, 3, 4 points and loses
every week.
Yeah, and they can be up a ton too. And they've done it multiple times. It's just not a good look, and it's time that they get rid of. Is it Brandon Staley?
Brandon Staley.
Yeah, it's time he goes. He's really a pain in the rear, and I understand it's good to keep guys around for Justin Herbert's development and stuff like that, but we know what Justin Herbert is, and he's hard as shit. So you need to surround him with a better coach it's gonna cater better. I don't understand.
Well, it's their defense too, man. Their defense is loaded with big names.
Yeah, but they all underperform.
That's what I mean, and I just don't understand. They got to get like I think a whole new coaching staff would be good, but I also think that Kellen Moore could be really good for this, like Justin Herbert specifically.
Yeah, I
And I mean,
mean,
he showed that this week.
yeah, Keenan Allen looked good. I
Mm-hmm.
like the way they spread the ball around. It's just some executive decisions that are being made are garbage.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like I think Brandon Staley's got to go, and I would want to bring in a full new defensive staff as well with that,
Yeah,
and then leave Kellen Moore as the OC for at least another year to like let it play out.
I agree. I mean, maybe even do something like what the Redskins are doing, where
With
they're
the
doing
enemy.
that. Yeah, the enemy and
They keep saying Ron Rivera is like the only coach. Like they still call him the head coach, but
it. Yeah, they call him head coach, but then the enemy is still assistant head coach.
okay, yeah.
So like do something like that. Give them both the power.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how that works out. I don't know. The Chargers just like you said, every damn year, every
Yeah.
year, multiple like I can't even like 10 times that I can think of in the last 2 years, they've blown like big leads
Mm-hmm.
or been like sitting right there at the end of the game. All they have to do is get like one first down or whatever. They'll find a way. They'll find a way to lose that shit.
Yeah.
Whether it's a fumble or they can't get a first down or they can't get 10 yards to get a field goal.
They're really good at it.
Yeah, like they always figure out something.
Yeah.
Or their defense is what really will blow it usually.
Just doing something stupid. Dumb penalties. Over jumping the ball.
Yeah.
Lots of that stuff.
Yeah, it's annoying. Okay, so where does that leave us? Titans are 1-1, Jags are 1-1. The Colts are 1-1, and the Texans are 0-2. That's pretty much right where we probably assumed this division would be.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a tight race to a point, but then the Jags will take off with it eventually. I still believe that.
Definitely.
I'm not letting this discourage me.
No. Chiefs are the Chiefs. It's hard to go in there and play the Chiefs anywhere, home, away,
Yeah, for sure.
It's just the mental factor.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we already talked about the Chargers. Let's just jump on over to the
AFC
Raiders and
West.
Bills. Well, the Bills look like the Bills.
Yeah, it looked good.
Josh Allen still didn't put up crazy points, but it's okay.
Put up decent.
Yeah, it's okay. They got a big 38-10 win.
Yeah.
At home versus the Raiders.
Yep.
The get-right game.
Yeah. The Raiders are the Raiders. They stunk. At least Devontae got y'all a touchdown. So, go Devontae.
Dude, how many yards did Josh Jacobs finish with?
69, I think. Or 49, one of the two.
No.
Yeah.
Not receiving, maybe. Hang on.
Fuck if I know.
I want to say it was like -2.
Check that shit out.
-2 yards.
Jeez. What yards did he have?
51 receiving yards on 5 catches.
Yeah.
You get 10 points from Josh Jacobs in that game.
Ouch. That is a big reason I didn't take Josh Jacobs at the turn of the first and second round, is because the Raiders are garbage and the odds of them using him the way that they did last year were slim to none.
Yeah.
So that was that. I'm sorry for y'all that took him high. I'm sorry for y'all that took him low.
He'll be all right.
It's going to be rough for a little bit.
Yeah, he's not going to be like a hard RB1.
No, he's going to be RB2.
Yeah, pretty much.
Maybe,
bro, no, like they just sucked that game. He had 9 carries. Though. He had 9 carries. They went down early and they stayed down all game. They were just passing the ball.
He had 60 yards on the Broncos, and that's a team that he historically messes up.
Fair.
So I don't know. It's tough right now for Josh Jacobs owners.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
people that like should know what's up, and it's not happening.
Devontae, like you said, got a touchdown though, so that makes
it a little better for
decent little contribution.
Yeah.
The Bills, though, I mean, Gabe Davis got a touchdown. Did Stephon Diggs get a touchdown, or was the rest of it all running backs? I think
All running backs.
everybody got one except for
James Cook went insane.
but he didn't get a touchdown.
Yeah, no touchdown.
Latavius Murray got one.
But he have 150 something yards, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, man went hard.
he
That was a
looked
good
real
game.
Good. Yeah, Josh Allen looked like he'll just keep being Josh Allen.
Yeah.
He's just warming up. He'll be fine. Don't worry about him at all. I'm excited about the Bills. I always am. Hopefully they can make some noise in the playoffs this year.
Yeah, they're turning into the AFC's Cowboys. It stinks.
Huh.
What's our next game? The AFC West.
Commanders and Broncos.
Fuck me. What a terrible game. I mean, we were up 21-3 and somehow managed to be up 21-11 at half and then lose the game at home. Those are like Hall of Fame, induction ceremony, all of that. And what an embarrassment. I mean, what a complete defensive breakdown. The offense was fine. Go offense. You scored over fucking 17 points. That's great. But the defense just got picked apart.
That's all you have to say. Dude, the Broncos suck, man. Like, bad. What is Sean Payton doing? I really believed. I'm a crab, bro. Like, I shouldn't have believed. It's the Broncos.
Just give them time. Give them time.
Nah, bro.
Historically, Sean Payton comes out the gate stinking and then wraps around to close out the season on a good note.
You're right. And
So-
I feel like that's true for so many of these teams this year. I just don't feel that way about the Broncos. Y'all don't look good at all.
We're good. We're good.
Okay, bro. Y'all scored 33 points. 2 of those balls were just bullshit. Like stupid deep balls like into the end zone. And the last one was pure luck.
The last one was luck. And we got hoed
No.
we got hoed on the PI. That's the
But-
last thing I forgot to talk about. They did not call that PI. He was all over Cortland Sutton.
Okay,
I
bro.
mean,
I
get
watched it
out of here. He was
20
like this.
times.
The boy was on him.
It wasn't even that bad, bro.
Yeah. When you can't lift your hands higher than midway up, that's fucked.
He's fine, bro. He could have caught that ball.
Yeah.
That
but
was
no.
like-
Part of the game is you take that contact, you embellish that shit and go down.
Okay, bro. If NFC Championship, Saints versus Rams, that PI, if that's level 100 PI, that shit that just happened to Cortland Sutton's like a 5.
But like if that's happening in that, the wide receiver better be bowing that man in the face to get the ball. I mean,
Yeah, dude, why didn't he bow him in the face, bro? Cortland Sutton's not a winner. He didn't want to win that game.
frustrating.
Should have thrown an elbow. Get that shit.
I still give the Broncos a few more weeks. I still give them a few more weeks.
Yeah.
Just because of Sean Payton. That's it. That's it.
Bro, if I were you, I would be staring at that number 1 draft pick right now, like licking my chops of who y'all want to get.
We don't
You should
fucking
just-
have it. We don't have
Oh
it.
my God, you're right.
Yeah.
No
we don't
draft
have it.
picks.
No draft picks.
No money. No cap space. No draft picks.
We have lots of cap space.
Do you?
Yeah.
How?
But-
How much are you paying Russell Wilson's ass?
40 something million. But yeah, no. There's a guru up there. Whoever does all the financials for the Broncos is really good.
That's sounds like you got one good thing going for you. So
Yeah.
that's good.
Bro,
The Commanders though,
2-0.
Sam Howell. Okay, as much as the Broncos suck, they were still up 21-3, and the Commanders were down 21-3, and Sam Howell.
He came back.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Sam Howell he looks like one of those quarterbacks that's going to be serviceable. Like he just needs a little more time to get his hand wrapped around everything, and I think he'll be fine.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know?
not worried about him. I think this will be a good season, and they could even go into the next year and ride him again. We'll see how the rest of the season goes, but
Mhm.
if he plays like this, I would be comfortable if I was Washington drafting, something else other
Yeah,
than quarterback this year and riding it again next year and
definitely.
seeing if he can grow because he looks legit. Like he looks like he can be like a real starter in the league.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't look like he can ever be elite or anything like that, but
Oh, but he's serviceable.
yeah, like a startable guy. What was that?
Get the scrap.
Real shit. Get the scrap. That 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Please give us a follow. That would make our day.
50 Cent.
Oh, let's move on from that game, man. That really hurts.
Well, 1 second. The Commanders, excuse me, Brian Robinson.
That was good. And it's a Broncos defense that's typically pretty good against the rush.
Yeah, I don't remember the yards, but I know he gashed him.
120 something, I think.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Bunch of catches, too.
Finally. I love seeing Bama running backs feast in the league.
It was fun to watch him. He looked legit. He looked apart.
Yep.
No bullets left in his thigh. Ready to run.
Yeah, he caught a couple passes too, which was encouraging. So
That's really encouraging.
yeah, I mean,
Get Antonio Gibson going.
out of there. I might get him out of the way and make that backfield stable up there in Washington.
That would be a big step forward for that organization.
Right? Quit the confusion.
Yeah. Okay.
Also Terry, that turf toe doesn't look to be affecting him too bad.
No, he looks fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he's looking good. That scared me though. Like I didn't draft him because like I thought that he was not going to play the first couple weeks, and then what's his name, John Dotson was going to go off,
and neither happened.
Neither happened. So yeah, I guess I messed up.
Same old.
Okay.
Gary Terry.
So that leaves the AFC West standings are. What is it? Who's two? Is anyone 2-0?
Chiefs are 1-1. Broncos are 0-2. Raiders are
1-1. Chargers 0-2. Okay,
Yep.
So I think the Raiders somehow actually are listed in first place.
Yeah, they are.
So yeah, right now it's Raiders, Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos probably.
Garbage.
Yeah.
See, that's what leaves it open for us. Is like I know Sean Payton's sitting there telling those boys, like, hey,
We're one game out of first place.
exactly. Literally.
Yeah. So yeah,
Just play the game.
It is wide open.
Yeah.
And the division should be competitive, but in my opinion, specifically between the Chargers and the Chiefs, I don't think the Raiders or Broncos are going to compete. Okay, so that leaves the AFC East. We already talked on the Bills. The Dolphins and Patriots played each other, and it was actually more entertaining than I thought it'd be.
Yeah, it was a good defensive game.
Yeah, but like actual good defense, not just trash football.
No, yeah, it was good, solid between everybody. And like the scores, they were hard-earned scores.
I agree. Yeah, it was fun to watch. The Patriots, I really think they got that first down at the end on that fourth down to end the game. That's 2 weeks in a row that the Patriots were right there and they got a failed conversion on fourth down to end their game.
Yep.
That sucks really bad. And I mean, they were right there.
Yeah, but they're putting themselves in positions to win or get close to winning games, which is more than most of us expected out of the Patriots. Juju also looked like he picked up the offense a little bit better this week too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's big for them. They need somebody else in that offense to pick it up and get going. Kendrick Bourne, he knows the offense, but he's not a game changer. We've seen Juju change games. I know he's probably past that, but he can be a very heavy contributor, and he needs to be that in order for the Patriots to take that step.
Yeah. But the thing with the Patriots is they need to start hot. They need to quit this slow start shit. Like they're not built to come back from behind.
No.
They need to have a lead and their defense just hold it down. Mac Jones complete a bunch of short, methodical passes, lead long drives down the field.
Yeah.
keep the clock running, like time of possession type thing. That's how they need to win games. Like start off like up 10 points, basically. Like the Patriots need a 10-point start, like head start on everything.
Yeah, if the Patriots can get a 10-point head start, then they're winning the game.
More than likely, honestly.
Yeah. Because at that point, Bill Belichick will have already figured out what you're game planning.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much game over.
The Dolphins, though, another win. They're 2-0.
I like it. It's better than I was expecting. Granted, what I saw from Tua in preseason. So it should be an exciting season for the Dolphins. They're one of the few teams that have shown off and like shown that they're going to be pretty darn good.
In my opinion, like through 2 weeks of football, just watching 2 weeks of football, they're the best team in the AFC.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll see how long that holds up, but they're legit, like, chance to win the division, chance to get like a high seed in the playoffs, and hopefully a chance to do something in the playoffs.
Miami's favorite for Super Bowl right now. Tua's also favorite for MVP.
Miami's favored for the Super Bowl?
Yep.
Number one?
Mm-hmm.
On what book, bro?
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I think that's a bit ballsy.
It is ballsy. But yeah, Tua for MVP too.
I'm with that.
That'd be sick.
That would be so sick, bro.
Yeah.
A Bama MVP getting a Bama quarterback getting MVP in the NFL. That shit would be amazing.
Built by Bama. That man will have the Heisman and the MVP. What a dog.
Dude, Tua won the Heisman?
Yeah, I think he won that year when he was going hard as Dum Dum.
I thought that
or did just Bryce get it?
I thought Bryce got it, and you might be right. Hang on a second. Okay, so when did Devontae Smith win it? Was that when Mac Jones was going off?
Yes.
And then Mac Jones was second for the Heisman?
Uh-huh. Because Tua won it like the year before,
Tua won the Heisman the year before that? Or did he just win the Natty that year?
Where's my phone at, man?
I got it right here.
What we got Google for?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
2018.
You had my mind tripping, man.
Bro, I don't know why I didn't remember that.
Aye.
For whatever reason, I thought that was the year Devontae won. But yeah, that would be amazing. A Heisman and an MVP. Woo. Dang. And Jalen almost won that shit last year.
Right.
That'd be wild. The Dolphins look the part, guys. So
yeah,
I don't know if I would take them and bet right now to win the Super Bowl if they're favorites. Like, you should get some better odds than that on them if you're going to take that bet. But they're definitely worth considering. That's for sure. Right now, I mean, it's a long season. Health is going to play into things in a big way. But right now, they're healthy and they're looking good. Raheem Mostert, man. If Raheem Mostert stays healthy all year.
Yeah. I mean,
can they get a good run game going? Yeah.
He's a really good rusher when healthy. Something we haven't gotten to see like past 4 weeks. So I hope it keeps lasting. I've got him on a couple teams and it's nice. So
yeah, I just hope for the team's sake that he can stay on the field.
Yeah. It changes the game.
For sure. Okay, so that leaves the AFC East. Dolphins are in the lead with 2-0. The Patriots are 0-2. The Bills are 1-1. And who's the last team in that division? I can't find it. Oh, we didn't go over the Jets yet. All right, cool. The Jets fucking suck, but they're 1-1.
Yeah, they do suck, but they have some good stuff.
It doesn't matter what they have, to be real with you, because it all falls apart with Zach Wilson. Like, he makes their whole team suck.
That's what I was going to say, though, is that Zach Wilson hasn't even been playing that bad.
But he still makes their whole team suck.
Yeah, because they all hate him. He carries himself around like a sack of shit.
Oh, man. I mean, every team knows. And who's he about to play? The Patriots? Dude, Bill Belichick is about to fucking destroy that kid's day.
Yeah. IDP. Play Jawan Bentley.
And Matthew
and
Judon.
Judon.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah. Rack up them sacks.
Play
all their
Christian
corners.
Gonzalez, too.
Yeah, for real. Play Christian Gonzalez. He's going to get a pick for sure. Maybe 3 of them. But yeah, so the Jets played the Cowboys. If any of you watched it, you saw exactly what you probably expected.
Yep.
Micah Parsons just eating.
Yeah.
Drive after drive after drive.
Yep. The Cowboys are the other team that looks the part so far. Nobody wants to sink their hopes and everything into the Cowboys, but they look pretty good to start the year. The defense looks lit. Fuck the Cowboys because they're gonna fall off. I hope y'all make the playoffs and then lose first round. But y'all look good.
Yeah, we'd really do. But it's 2 weeks. We haven't played anybody really yet. I'm not buying. I'm buying into the fact that our defense is legit, but I'm not gonna ride this hype train that all of a sudden we're Super Bowl favorites or whatever because we beat the Giants and the Jets. I got what I expected. 30-10. I expect that. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason to celebrate right now.
No.
I expect that. And we're playing the Cardinals this week. I expect 30-10.
Yeah, I mean, that game was what I expected. It wasn't anything above, anything below. CD is a boss.
Mm-hmm.
He made Ahmad Sauce Gardner look like a fool. So that was fun. That was fun to watch, actually.
It's encouraging.
Yeah. CD's taking some steps, so it's good. You ready to touch on the toilet bowl of the week?
Hang on. Which one? The Giants Cardinals.
Giants Cardinals.
Yeah. Keep it in the NFC East.
Yeah. What a garbage game. If the Cardinals were gonna win any game this year, that was the game. And they really threw it away. They could have started looking decent, but they had to give up all those points to the Giants and look like shit. When they were up 20 whatever to 3 or 6, they looked good. Josh Dobbs looked good. Offense looked good. And then the defense just shit the bed.
Yeah. There was no reason for them to lose this game. There's no reason the Giants should have won that game outside of Saquon Barkley. And that's really it.
Saquon won them the game.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. The Cardinals suck. Their defense fell apart. They couldn't hold the lead, and Saquon took it home.
Yeah. It stinks that Saquon got hurt, too. They say he's going to be back soon rather than later, but I'd give him about 3, maybe 4 weeks. Yeah, they need to take that high ankle sprain super easy, especially with as much as they're paying him.
Yeah, I don't want them to rush back. They announced him as out for the Thursday game today, which is great because at first they said game time decision, which
stupid.
Is scary. So I hope he just sits out this week and maybe next week too. But I don't really think there'll be a reason for him to sit out 3 weeks.
Depends on the degree of the high ankle sprain.
Dude, if he was thinking about playing on Thursday, he can play in 2 weeks from now.
That's because he's not trying to miss out on the paycheck. That's all that is.
You're right.
100%.
So I don't know if Matt Breida is really worth picking up. I mean, he's going to get picked up. Y'all probably picked him up.
Yeah, but the Giants are just a shit show, so I don't expect him to produce much. The only reason that Saquon produces anything is because he's Saquon.
Yeah, he's just that good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have nothing else to say about either of those teams.
Terrible game.
Where is the Eagles? Oh, yeah, they played Thursday night against the Vikings. And that was just a complete and utter just shit show.
Yeah.
Honestly, the Vikings gave away another game.
Yeah.
4 fumbles.
They easily could have won that game over the Eagles.
4 fumbles. They lost by 6 points.
It's awful. And the fact that the Eagles defense gave that up is worrisome for them.
Yeah, bro, they forced 4 turnovers and they still give up 28 points.
Yep.
If you look at it from that perspective, that is worrisome.
Yeah. They need to get that secondary together and figure something out. Um, Avonte Maddox is out for the year, and James Bradbury's been hurt for a couple weeks now. So they need some help at corner big time.
They're looking rough. I'm not really worried about the Eagles long term, though. I still think
They'll
they're a
figure it out.
legit Super Bowl contender. And yeah, I don't know about their new offensive coordinator. Like, things on offense look similar to last year, but it doesn't look as fluid and as functional as last year,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
There's going to be some explosive plays. There's going to be a lot of running out of Jalen. I would just like to see more of those like medium level throws, like anywhere from 7 to 15 yards down the field.
Specifically to guys like A.J. Brown.
A.J. Brown's not getting any focus. And y'all probably saw them get mad at each other, but that's just hype of the game type stuff, Like bro, I'm wide open type of thing. Hit me.
But like, so is Devontae Smith.
Exactly. And that's the point. Like, you can't hit everybody. So, like, that stuff just happens.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. People just chirp.
I'm not worried about anything like that. No drama. I'm not worried about that.
Me neither.
Kirk Cousins is the number one fantasy quarterback right now.
Yeah, he's on pace for 6,000 yards.
I can't say I'm surprised.
It's because the defense is so stinky that he has to air it out all the time.
And that's what he lives to do. That guy just wants to chuck it deep every time he has it.
Yeah, it's his favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
He doesn't care if somebody picks it off as long as he chucked it 60 yards down the field.
Yeah, dude. He's like, fuck it, I'll come back. I'll get the football again.
Yeah, he's like, that's a punt.
Yeah, pretty much.
I just gave it over down early. All right. Guarantee you that's how his mind works.
I love that guy.
Chilling, popping the chain.
Hell yeah, bro. Kirk's the shit. Kirk is so cool. They're about to win a lot of games. I'm not worried about this. They'll get it together. If they don't get it together, that means they're like something's wrong with the coaching staff.
Yeah.
Because if you can't like get the team to quit fumbling the ball, then like you need to bench the people that keep fumbling the ball type thing.
Seriously.
Other than Justin Jefferson and Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins is a huge problem with the fumbles.
Yeah, he is. He does, like you said, he doesn't even give a shit. Like,
no.
He's just like, I'm going to get it back. I'm going to score on you.
Right. He just hopes to God that his defense is going to have that one magic stand up.
And they do. They have like 1-2 great magic stand ups a game.
Yeah.
Never when they exactly need it, but always at a time when, at the time of the game, they do need it,
Yep.
They don't do it at the goal line in the fourth quarter.
No.
Or whatever. But like, when they're down by 21, like early in the third, and then their defense gets a pick or something like that. Then Kirk gets like a 30 seconds. It's a touchdown.
Right.
It's a 14-point game with a whole half to play all of a sudden.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a whole new game.
Oh, I don't know. I love watching the Vikings play football. It drives me crazy, though, with their fucking fumbles. I don't know if you saw on the TikTok, bro. I posted like 5 TikToks during that game. I was raging. Like every time they fumbled, I was like, what the fuck is going on right now?
They were struggling. I mean, those guys need to walk around with a football in their hand all day.
Yeah, like what I think it was Chris Collinsworth. He's like, yeah, like back in my day, like you had to go to school. Like if you fumbled at like in the game on Friday, you had to go to school Monday with a football in your hand all day long. Yeah. And like take it home with you over the weekend, like carry it everywhere you went.
Yeah, there was a dude in one of the college games this weekend that was doing that. He fumbled the ball and they had him carrying a ball up and down the sideline the entire time.
You need to do it, man. Like sometimes old school is just the way to do things.
It is. Because people like they see a ball in your hand, they're gonna come over and they're gonna try to smack it out. It's
natural reaction.
Yes. Exactly. And in turn,
you gotta hold on to
fumbles. Yeah.
They'll get it together. The Vikings will be in the playoffs. I know there's a lot of really pissed off people in Minnesota right now, but it's okay, guys. It's okay. Calm down.
For sure.
Y'all are still legit. I'm not worried about that. So
no, I expect the Vikings to wrap around and be fine. They'll make the playoffs. It's just
they needed
it
win
takes
game
some time
in the playoffs.
Yes. Take some time.
Yeah. So the NFC East standings are Cowboys and Eagles both at 2-0. Washington is
2-0.
who they beat week 1 again? The Cardinals?
Yeah.
Yeah. Washington is 2-0. That's wild. And then the Giants are 1-1, which is beyond me.
They're so bad.
All right, so we start with the Vikings. Let's just roll on into the NFC North, I guess.
Yeah.
The Lions.
Seahawks.
What a shame. What a
Yeah.
shame.
I mean, it was truly just a back and forth game, and Seahawks got the ball first in overtime.
That was pretty much all it was. Like, I feel like whoever got the ball was going to score.
Yeah, that was it for me, because at that point of the game, Seattle's defense was playing pretty good, and Detroit's defense was just meh. Jerry Jacobs is not a good cornerback. So
And Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, or CJ Gardner-Johnson.
he's hurt for the year.
Yeah. That is a massive blow to the Lions.
Yeah, it's huge. They got to play Tracy Walker again now. The tackle machine, but man gives up massive gains.
The Lions should be 2-0 right now.
Yeah.
But it's okay. The Seahawks, their offense came alive.
Yeah,
so that
it
was
good to
encouraging to see. Tyler Lockett had a really good game. Geno Smith played well.
Yep.
DK's dealing with ribs. But
Yeah.
I doubt that keeps him out. He'll just be
No.
out there playing hurt.
Yeah, he'll be a good distraction either way.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
And David Montgomery got hurt too for the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
So Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be getting hopefully a healthy amount of touches going forward.
Yeah. Craig Reynolds is also worth a prospective pickup if you got space.
Yeah, he should be eating
So,
a good percent of David Montgomery's work.
Yeah. It still all just depends on what comes out of David Montgomery's injury. I know they're saying a few weeks, but who knows? They still haven't really said anything about it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking it's going to be like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Packers, Falcons.
That was a close game. 1 point. Jordan Love looked all right, I guess.
I had it as my game of the week just because those two teams are kind of on a similar level and a similar developmental spot. What impressed me the most about this game, though, is that both defenses looked good. They looked the part. And I know they were like mid-level offenses, but
yeah, but
still,
both defenses, they played a full 4 quarters of like solid game.
Good football. Yeah, and that's encouraging for those two teams.
Yeah,
and
especially the Falcons.
It looks like Green Bay and Atlanta are going to be two teams that are sneaky. You know, they can take some wins just off of playing consistent games. They're not going to flash off. They're not going to do anything crazy, but they're consistent.
I mean, I could see the Falcons giving a tiny bit of, pressure on the Saints for the division at the end of the year.
Yeah, the Atlanta has an easy schedule.
Yeah, I still think the Saints should win the division, but you're right. The whole NFC South has an easy schedule.
Yeah.
The Packers, though, like you said, I think they'll steal some games going forward, but I'm still not high on them. I don't actually think they're good. Their defense did look pretty good, though.
Defense looks good, but offense still needs work.
Yeah, Aaron Jones was out, but I'm not going to I guess he could have been the difference of 1 point.
Yeah.
He definitely could have been.
It was all promising for those teams, is what I want to say. It was
the future
was good
looks
for
good.
all of them. Yeah.
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 Okay, so
Bijan, that play, watching him break those guys' ankles back to back to back was
that guy's
sick.
Impressive.
He's so good. I told y'all, next AP. For the fool that commented on my video that said, haha, next AP. Not true. You're a fool.
Oh, God.
You crack me up. He is the next AP. Just wait for that 2,000 rushing yards.
Oh, my God, dude.
This one's for you.
Bears and Bucks. Did the Bears suck? Like we were both wrong about
Bears
the
are
Bears.
awful.
We
Their
both
offensive
thought they were gonna be
line
good.
is a shit show. Their defense is a shit show.
Justin Fields, dude, he's not playing well.
They're just, it's like they learned how to use them and then forgot how to use them.
I don't know what's going on. They looked so bad again. They started off well. Like DJ Moore got involved immediately, and they had a full drive. And then they threw DJ Moore the ball like 2 times after that, the whole game. I don't know where the thought
There's
process
just no
is at.
game plan.
Dude, like what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like Carlton Davis was out. Why are you not abusing that shit with DJ Moore?
Exactly. They should have just kept peppering the entire game. It was working,
And then they just decided no more. We're going to try to switch it up on you, even what we just did worked.
yeah, we're gonna let Mike Evans murk us.
No kidding. Mike Evans and Baker Mayfield. They look
Tampa Bay's 2-0, which is impressive to say the least.
Yeah. I mean, they beat the Vikings week 1.
Yeah,
Even though the Vikings gave them the game with 3 turnovers.
from the perspectives on the year, they have 2 quality wins and their NFC dubs as well, which is massive.
Yeah, they need divisional wins, which they'll probably get a couple of them.
Yeah,
For sure in that division, but you're right because they're
conference wins are big.
yeah.
Yeah, the Buccaneers are kind of exciting. Baker Mayfield doesn't look like a complete and total piece of trash.
He looks good out there.
Yeah,
bro.
he looks
does.
good.
He looks good.
So I'm excited to see if maybe he can actually hold on to that spot and develop in that spot like he didn't get to with the Browns and the Rams.
That'd be cool if they just ride with him a couple years and let him go. Hopefully this year, hopefully they really compete for this division. I think that would be crazy if they actually did win this division. But right now they're sitting there at 2-0. There's nothing stopping them at this moment in time.
No, I mean I think they'll probably need 10 wins to pull it off. I don't know how they'll get there. But
I mean, if they play like this,
Yeah.
if they keep playing the way they're playing,
they can scrape it
they'll
up.
get close.
Yeah.
Okay, so that leaves the NFC North with the Bears 0-2, Packers 1-1, Vikings 0-2, Lions 1-1. Wow. That's not at all what I pictured this to look like.
Similar to what it was last year.
Yeah. But the Lions are still in first place.
Yep.
That's all I care about. Oh my gosh. What did I do? Okay, yeah, the last game in the NFC South is the Saints-Panthers, another divisional game. These are always close, no matter how much better one team seems to be than the other one.
Yeah, it's always a struggle. And Saints, especially, always struggle in these games.
I don't know
I think
why.
it's because they have expectations. Everybody's expecting them they're going to go off, and then they don't go off. And so it's just kind of a letdown. But it just happens over and over. The team that's supposed to come out on top usually comes out on top, but they're always close.
Yeah. And I mean, the Saints to me are a way better team than the Panthers are, but it's a 20-17 game.
Yeah.
And
it's encouraging for the Panthers defense if you're doing that to the Saints offense. It's supposed to be as good as it is.
I 100% agree. And the Panthers offense, like the Saints defense is really good.
Yeah.
They put up 17 points. Kind of more than I figured they would with Bryce Young.
Right.
Who
Who
got
scored
hurt,
the
by the way.
touchdowns?
Adam Thielen got one.
He was going insane.
And then who got the other one? I honestly don't remember. Let me see.
Was it defensive?
No, it was 1, 2, 3, 4 field goals.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what? Hang on a second. 1, 2. Yeah, they got 2 points.
They got 2 points.
Yeah.
Adam Thielen.
Yeah, 3 points. 3 points. Every time. And then 9 or 8 points. Fucking terrible, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well,
the Saints defense is good.
yeah.
So what is that standing? Saints 2-0, Panthers 0-2, the Tampa is 2-0,
You know.
and the Falcons are 2-0.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fun year in that division.
Yeah. It will be. We were talking about it being that way to start the year, so
Yeah,
it's
hopefully it
nice when it
stays.
goes that way.
Yeah, hopefully it stays close all year. It'll
Fun
be
to
fun.
watch.
Okay, so jumping over to the NFC West, Rams and 49ers. That was a show that I don't think anyone was expecting to be as good as it was.
The Rams they look good. I mean, the defense is kind of whoa. They've got some good pieces though on the defense, which is nice to see. Considering they got rid of everybody. But I think everybody forgot how good Matthew Stafford is at keeping the Rams in games.
Um, yeah, 100%. So like we'll see how that just keeps playing forward, but their offense is clicking. So I mean, they just hung in with the 49ers the whole game. So they can hang in with anybody.
Yeah,
That's all I really see from this. The 49ers are legit.
because they piece that defense. If you piece that defense, you can beat anybody. You just need your defense to play a little bit.
Pretty much. I mean, I don't know how many times Matthew Stafford threw for, but a shit ton.
That's what he's
Everybody
there
out
for.
there was just getting catches on catches. Running backs, receivers, tight ends.
Yeah,
Everyone had like more than 5 targets.
it was nice.
Puka had 15 targets again. I think Higbee had 10 targets.
Man's insane. Puka's insane.
Puka,
2 Cooper Cups.
I can't wait for that to happen. I mean, not for my team. I need Puka to just stay what he's doing, but
I feel like it's gonna hurt
everybody
Cup.
else.
It's gonna hurt Cup more than it's gonna hurt Puka, and they're both gonna kind of end up being
live as fuck,
like
right next to each other.
15 to 20 point receivers, both of them, and it's just gonna be who gets the touchdown or some shit like that.
Which is great for Puka, but like that's not what you want from Cup.
No,
Yeah.
you want Cup to be getting every single catch, all 15 catches on that offense, plus your extra 150 yards.
But hey, bro, like honestly, but what I saw though, there's no reason that Puka can't keep getting 15 targets and Cup can't get 18 to 20 targets.
Oh yeah, there's no reason. As good as Tutu's looked.
But yeah, and Higbee and shit, Van Jefferson's not terrible out there.
No.
They're all getting targets. There's targets to go around, is my point. And Cooper Cup just eats targets in that offense.
Yeah.
I don't see why he doesn't just. Like, it's Matthew Stafford, bro. Like, he's gonna just throw it to the guy he feels like throwing it to. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
Like, triple coverage, bullet it right through that shit. Like,
Mhm.
catch the ball. Like, that's the people he trusts. He's gonna go to them the most.
Oh yeah.
I really think it could end up being like Puka 1B, Cup 1A, and they both maintain the same level of production that we're hoping they do.
They definitely can. For sure.
But yeah, the Rams are legit. They can hang in games. I'm hoping to see if them win some more. I think they will, and I think they can if they can play with the 49ers like that.
Yeah. I mean, the Niners are, as expected, they are up there. Like, they're better than the Cowboys.
Yeah, I would say so.
Just, because you know what you're going to get every week. Cowboys are still kind of figuring that out. And they've also played worse teams. So, until the Cowboys play a better team, I won't think of them as high as the 49ers yet.
No, I think that's completely fair.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna sit here and get super hyped up about playing teams that are not good. It's fine. But like the Rams look the part.
Yep.
Like that's a quality win for the 49ers.
Quality win. And it's in division.
And I think really like week 1 was a quality win for them over Pittsburgh, even though they should beat that team. But like the way they beat them made it like a true quality win too.
Yeah,
49ers, I think, are the number one team in the NFL right now.
they're good.
Okay, so we talked about the Rams, the Niners, the Cardinals.
That's everybody.
What about, and we talked about the Seahawks. So what's that division look like standings wise? 49ers are 2-0, Rams are 1-1, Seahawks are 1-1, Cardinals are 0-2.
Yep, as expected.
Yeah. All right. I'm ready for week 3.
I am too. Week 3 is gonna be sick.
Yeah. We will come at y'all with some TikToks
Yeah,
and
check out those stardom sit-ems for week 3. That's when you're gonna get the most of our information on the fantasy starters this week. So check us out.
for sure. All right.
And our TikTok is sick. Lots of views. Also, please, please, please get us subscribes. Tell your friends, family, pets, everybody that we need subscribes so we can come to you live. We need 50 of them. We'll see you on Sundays via TikTok and Instagram. So come check us out. See y'all next week.
See ya.
Oh.